president was speaking about Juneteenth, and he said that nobody had ever heard of Juneteenth.
Well, look, what I would say is this president's routinely commemorated Juneteenth. The president, what he said is...
He said he learned about it this week.
He did not just learn about Juneteenth this week. That's simply not true. And as to Juneteenth, there were a lot of people who didn't know what Juneteenth was, and Google searches prove that. And you can see, I looked at the chart on Google searches on Juneteenth, and this year they went like this, and that's thanks to President Trump.
U.S. President Donald Trump claims that he deserves credit for popularizing Juneteenth, a holiday commemorating the end of slavery in the United States, which has been celebrated for a century now. The president's false claim also comes at a time when protests have erupted across the country over cases of police brutality and racial injustice. President Donald Trump will be holding his first ever campaign rally since the pandemic in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Earlier, the event was scheduled for the 19th of June and was eventually postponed to the following as Trump received severe criticism for organizing a rally in Tulsa where at least 200 African Americans were killed in riots exactly 99 years ago. Trump has claimed that he moved the rally to June the 20th out of respect for the holiday. His claims of making the day famous were also disputed, as Trump himself said in an interview to the Wall Street Journal that neither he nor any of his staff knew about the holiday before the controversy erupted over the Tulsa rally. He also added that it was an African-American Secret Service agent who told the president of the meaning of Juneteenth. The root of celebrating Juneteenth goes back to the year 1865, 2 years after President Abraham Lincoln signed the Emancipation Proclamation. On the 19th of June, Union Army Major General Gordon Granger rode into Galveston in Texas and told around 250,000 enslaved African Americans that the Civil War had ended and that they had been freed. However, slavery was not abolished until the 13th Amendment, which was ratified only in December of 1865. Juneteenth is one of the most important days for the African American community in the United States, also known as the Black Independence Day or the Emancipation Day. The holiday is mainly observed to honor those who suffered during slavery. But this year's celebrations are coinciding with global protests for racial justice, and the situation might worsen further as President Donald Trump plans to hold a rally in Tulsa.